The world is diversely composed of many different ecosystems. These ecosystems provide mankind with benefits in the form of ecosystem services. These services can be in the form of food, clothing, or housing, and these are generally known as provisioning services. Water purification, carbon sequestration, and storm protection are known as regulating services. Lastly, the aesthetics of the great outdoors and our cultural ties with nature are called sociocultural services. When we hire someone to repair a sink or wash our car, we pay them for their service. Just as people provide services for others, nature provides services for us. But what does nature ask in return for these services? Right now, nothing. All of these services we get for free. At the height of the Industrial Revolution and into modern civilization, we have been asking too much and using too many resources from nature. In a way, this benefits us by improving our well-being in terms of more wealth, a higher standard of living, and even better health care. But on the other hand, in exchange for these products, ecosystems and the services they provide are being compromised to the point that they may no longer be able to provide the necessary ecosystem services, and the environment will become irreparable. As mankind becomes wiser in science and technology, we try to replace these services with artificial ones. However, most often it simply aggravates the situation, leading to even more irreparable problems. In the early 2000s, New York City faced a freshwater crisis. The fresh water needed for consumption by 12 million people was compromised by pollution and environmental degradation. The poor water quality was negatively affected by the lack of ecosystem services in the area, as well as the lack of biodiversity. A major decision had to be made to address the water quality problem. One of the options was to build a treatment plant. However, it turned out that it would cost as much as $6 billion. This did not even include the annual operating cost of $300 million. Another option was to clean up and restore the environment by making sure that the ecosystems remained intact and conserved. This entailed rehabilitating the degraded ecosystems, buying land to expand the protected areas, and encouraging stakeholders to employ conservation practices. The environmental restoration cost New York City $1 billion, spread over 10 years. One main practice was to rehabilitate wetlands areas, since wetlands purify water by removing chemicals from the water, a significant and advantageous ecosystem service. Although it had a longer time period of implementation compared to the treatment plant, the overall cost was significantly lower than the treatment plant. Additionally, the benefits gained were not only water purification, but also improved biodiversity, increased wildlife, and better overall quality of the environment, and provided more opportunities for aesthetic value and outdoor recreation. The people saw the benefits and were in favor of protecting the watershed, as it was a cost-efficient option and it provided many long-term benefits. A win-win situation. In land use decision-making, such as watershed management, most often we are more concerned with the economic benefits. Also, we typically weigh our options by using an economic, or more specifically a monetary compass. With this in mind, we often neglect the value of the ecosystem services that we may lose in exchange for a specific decision. But if we account for the value of the benefits that we get from nature, using the concept of ecosystem services, we can see that the most valuable thing that we can do is to protect the environment and include ecosystem services in our decision-making processes.